I'll try to enhance the sound. There's something moving around right over there. And I just came to the conclusion that if for some reason I had to run away or climb a tree, well, for one, most of these trees don't even have any branches until you get about 30 foot up on them. And two, I'm a little bit too old to be running for my life, so whatever it is, we just gonna have to fight. I'm just saying. Good afternoon, folks, and happy hump day. Today is going to be day 3 exploring down here at the ranch. And what I am hoping to do with the couple hours that I have is to start making my way through this first little obstacle that I've got here in the way and get myself over into that area, in the hopes that I can go that way and find the back of my property. Days 1 and 2 did not go as expected. Kept running into obstacles one way or the other. So I'm hoping that the third time is a charm. Let's get after it. We're gonna see if we can scout this area a little bit before I go any further, but same thing over here. This ground is just unbelievably rough. I mean, it's cutting through the tall grass, but there just does not seem to be very flat area anywhere. Hopefully the snakes get out of the way if they're in here. So, let's see. This doesn't look as bad. But yeah, I think there's been logging trucks and all kinds of stuff in here, because these ruts are ridiculous. Crap. It looks a little bit like a tiny game trail going through there, right back that away. I don't know. I may try that way. I may try to get over to here where it's actually a little bit flatter and see if I can start pushing back that way. But this ground is a mess out here. Here we go. Well, folks, I did accomplish one of my goals on this exploring at the ranch mission. I made it quite a little ways back in here. It's rough as can be, but I think I may have just gotten into the area where it starts to flatten out a little bit. I'm pretty sure I can get in here and clear this up really easily when I'm ready to. I also think I can get going that way and clear a bunch of that stuff out too. But I was able to get into this area and open up a little pocket, and I'll probably keep working it just a little bit longer. But I found this game trail right here, and I think whatever's going through there, I might be able to follow that and see if I can get a little bit farther back there. There's kind of another one, I kind of ran over it a little bit going back through this away, but it looks like there's some big thick trees right in there. So I think I'm going to try to keep going this way and just see how much farther back I can push, and maybe try to open up another pocket like this. But I mean, I don't know. This stuff is so rough back here. I'm really hoping that it kind of starts to flatten out a little bit and get me back to where I want to go. So I'm going to take a break for a minute here, and I'm going to kind of push back through there a little bit more. I may clip a couple of these trees and limbs and vines hanging off of there just to make it easier to get back in here. But this is starting to look like we're heading in the right direction. Much better path than day 1 and day 2, where we just ran into trouble immediately. So here we go. I'll try to enhance the sound. There's something moving around right over there. And I just came to the conclusion that if for some reason I had to run away or climb a tree, well, for one, most of these trees don't even have any branches until you get about 30 foot up on them. And two, I'm a little bit too old to be running for my life, so whatever it is, we just gonna have to fight. All right, folks, we made it quite a little ways down this trail today. So anyway, let's see. That's the deer feeder. So on day 1, we kind of started to go that way, did not make it very far. So there's the deer feeder. So I kind of got up here and decided I wanted to make a left. And as I kind of got to here, I noticed I mean, this whole thing is kind of rough anyway, so eventually I'll probably get that area cleared out. But so I think if my directions are right, I think if we go that way just a little bit, we start to get into those spooky trees and we run into the area that we tried to clear out on day 2. And this is, I mean, just rough as can be in here. And I don't really know how long ago trucks were in here because of how thick this stuff is, but at some point they must have had some pretty heavy equipment back here, big trucks or something. That almost looks like it could have been a creek at some point in time. All right, so then we got to here, and I kind of had to figure out what to do because I couldn't go right through there with the machine, so I'll have to kind of clear that out a little bit. And we got over to this side, and I actually picked up a game trail. You can kind of see it on the other side of the mower there, but the game trail is going through there, and it actually shoots up that way straight. So what I think I'm going to do, it's about 4:15, so I got a little bit of daylight left. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get back to the camp, and I want to go ahead and grab the game trails today, and I'm going to try to maybe trim a little bit more over there by the burn pile, by the lean-to, possibly trim some limbs back. But I think the next time I come out for exploring at the ranch, we'll get started in this area right here. Again, there's a really nice game trail going right through there. There's a really nice game trail going right through there. Either that or it's just a road from I think that's a game trail. But anyway, I think what I want to try to do is start opening up this little area a little bit at a time. Kind of get another pocket in here where I can kind of hang out while I'm back here. We'll walk down this way a little ways. We'll just kind of see what it looks like, but for the most part, this looks pretty easy to get into. Again, it's rough, but I think that's just going to be a part of life out here until I get some sort of skid steer and try to get her flattened out. But I think a good majority of that stuff I can open up. This gets over into some more thick, bigger trees right over here. So I think I'm going to keep trying to follow that game trail and see if we can poke on farther back there. I'm trying to keep an eye out for any pink flags. These leaves are changing colors, and it's I thought I saw one earlier, but it was actually a leaf. But I need to keep an eye out. I don't really know exactly how far back I am in comparison to like the deer feeder and that little area that we worked on, but it's that away. So I want to keep pushing that way, see if I can find some flags. But what I'm going to do for now, I'm going to go back to this first little pocket back here, and I'm going to try to open it up just a little bit more, just so I can get an area cleared out where I can kind of bring, you know, all my stuff out here, a couple chairs out here, so when I'm back here, that can kind of be my base camp. But I'm going to come back in here for about 15 minutes, maybe 20, and kind of start zipping the edges here, opening this up a little bit more, and maybe opening up a little bit more going back towards the main camp and main trail. So we made a lot of progress today, folks. Let's keep going. Well, folks, I ain't gonna lie, we pushed back here quite a bit of ways here, and honestly, that looks really That looks really easy to get through. I mean, that looks really easy to get through, but I think that's taking us back towards the south border, and we want to head towards the east border. So I think we're going to go this way one of the next times I come out here to do this. But we push way back here. If I had to guess, we probably got at least twice as far as we got on day 1 and 2 combined, considering we didn't make it very far. But I got a little area right here that I'll probably go ahead and clip out those trees and everything in there, get rid of this branch, and then probably clear out both sides of these 2 trees right here. The trees may stay, but I think at some point I may start riding my 4-wheeler back through here and just seeing if I can get it to lay down any at all, because it is a rough little ride back here. But I got a big dip right here. Again, must have had big trucks in here at some point. So this will probably be the area that I you know, when I come out, I'll kind of bring out my cooler and maybe a table and my drinks, and then that way I can keep working that direction and kind of keep opening this up a little bit. You know, like I say, I'm trying not to spread myself out too much, so like every time I come down, I'm gonna pick a task that I'm gonna do that day, and I'm gonna work on that task and not try to work on like 3 tasks in 3 different locations at the same time. But I feel like this little area is going to be fairly easy to clean out. And again, we came a long ways. I came through that way. I just decided to push this trail straight through. But this is definitely wide enough to get my 4-wheeler down. And I may load my little wagon up with all my stuff and bring my 4-wheeler out here one day and see if I can start working on these trails, working on these ruts a little bit. But here we are now. We're back at the main trail here. Elevated stands there, the feeder's there. So we pushed quite a little ways back there, folks. I thought that was a pretty good day exploring at the ranch. I'm gonna go do some work over here by the lean-to for a little bit. It's about 5 o'clock, so I got maybe about 30-45 minutes that I can get a little work done, and then we're gonna get these game trails. Here we go. All right, folks. Well, we got this area cleared up pretty good. Eventually, I'll come over here and do the same thing. Clip those little trees out from between the big trees and clip a couple of the branches. There's a couple I definitely want to do on that tree, and this one over here by the lean-to, if my ladder will allow me to get up that high. But anyway, this burn pile is getting quite a bit bigger. Got this cleaned up, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab the SIM cards out of these game trails. I have a new one that I brought down, and I may go ahead and set it up on that trail we opened up today and see if anything's coming through there. I'll probably be down here Saturday, I hope, All right, this one's checking out this trail right here. Let's see what we got. All right, that one's locked and loaded. Let's see if anything came through there. We're gonna go ahead and do the full loop here and see if we captured anything on these game trails. Here we go. Still need to get that cleaned up at some point in time. All right, let's see if anything came through here. All right. So maybe something else came in besides crows and possums out here. I think there might have been a rabbit at one point. It was really foggy, so I couldn't exactly tell, but got us a couple crows and a possum for sure. Dump some of this on the ground here. That helps any. All right. All right, so I've got this new one that I want to set up. It's the same one as this DEATTI that I've been using. I'll put a link in the profile, or send you a link if you want, but man, them jokers are on sale on Amazon for $41. It comes with a SIM card, the batteries. It's got, again, sound, video, and photos. They're pretty cool. But I may get one more before they, I don't know, disappear or go off sale. But see if we can find a spot back here, see if anything's moving through here. It might not for a couple days since I came out here and made a bunch of racket. Let's see. Maybe we'll put it right there. I'll see if I can get that cleaned up. There we go. All right, I don't really want to fight with that right now. All them little shrubs in there. One poked me in the eye and I said, okay, I'm not doing that. Oh, here we go. Here's a good tree right here. All right, we'll set her up on here. Oh, facing that way, I think. Let's get it. Yeah, I kind of like that tree anyway. All right, so we're gonna go grab the last two and I'm gonna skedaddle on down the road. It's about getting close to 6 o'clock now. Here we go. Unfortunately, I got skunked on the rest of my cameras, but I did get some good information about the Vosker that I'll talk about later. I'll have to go back and look and see if I can find which thumb drive some of my older videos are on, but I'm gonna have to show a before and after of this for sure. Used to be, we just had that one little tight trail going right through there. All right, let's see if this one caught us anything. All right, that one's set. I may need a easier way to get that thing open and closed, but all right, here we go. We're gonna head to the last camera here. Now I'm gonna have 6 of them set up out here, plus my Vosker, which makes 7. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here we go. So I said on here I was gonna talk about the Vosker, but I never got a chance to. I figured out that I had to do an update on the camera, and then basically at the beginning of the month, which was actually today, it reset. So I am again now able to get videos and pictures downloaded and sent to my phone. So that'll be a plus going forward, one less problem to worry about. All right, folks, that one is set, ready to go. Hopefully we picked up something on them game trails. That'll give y'all something to watch during this video. But we did get we got a long ways back there on that trail now. Exactly how far, I don't know. I kind of paced it off, lost track a couple times, but it's quite a little ways back in there. So I don't know about how much farther we might have to go to actually find the east boundary back there, but I think we definitely got a good start, and it seems like if I can follow that other little game trail, might be able to push right on through there and get back a little bit farther. The next time I come out, I'm planning on coming down Saturday and getting here early, and about probably 2:30 the Missouri Tigers game comes on, so that's a big game. Gonna be a big game, but I'll probably come down and keep plugging away at this for day 48, and depending on how much of that I can get done, I may start plugging back into there with the brush hog, seeing if I can get it cleared out. You know, this area over here is dang near cleaned up. I got a little bit more to do over there, but I'm only going down so far, and then I'm going to let the rest of it grow in. So I'll probably come in and clip some of these trees, these little trees growing up around the bigger trees, and kind of get this area pretty well finished off, and then eventually start working my way that way towards the trail, towards the road coming up here to the camp. So that's the plan for the next couple of days or weeks. I don't really know now. It's again, it's almost 6 o'clock and it's almost dark, so it's getting darker earlier, and I got a little less time every day. So probably like during the week when I come down, I'll do stuff like this and just poke and prod at that trail till I figure out where I want to go with it. And then on the weekends, when I have a few more hours to get down here and really get into it, I'll probably do some work. But she's starting to look good, folks. She's starting to open up real well. I'm getting excited to start getting to work over there too. So we'll keep plugging away. I appreciate everybody who's watching. Appreciate all the likes and comments and subscribes and all that good stuff. We're plugging away one day at a time, but it seems like every day we leave here, it's a little bit more cleared up. We'll catch you next time.